Hi everyone, it's Jessie here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator for Australia. Today I just wanted to show you a little card that I did recently using the new Bella and Friends set. So for the background I've used a piece of the Irresistibly Floral Specialty Designer Series paper, and I've used my Aqua Painter and Wisteria Wonder to colour in the background. I've used a layer of the Smoky Slate from the Neutrals Designer Series pack, cut with the Lots of Labels framelits, and followed by Shimmery White, and I've coloured that in with Emerald Envy and Smoky Slate using the blender pen from Stampin' Up. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how I've made this card, and show you another version that I'm making today with the Pretty Kitty set. And these two are both on page 101, I believe, of the brand new Stampin' Up catalogue. So if you don't have a copy of the catalogue, you can view the PDF on my blog, or click the link and I'll send you out a hard copy of that. So my blog address is mollypossum.blogspot.com.au. So get in touch and I'll shoot you out a copy of the catalogue in the mail if you live in Australia. These are some really cute sets that I wanted to use for classes. So this video is also my tutorial for my classes, for the people who couldn't make it on the day. So we'll get started now, and I'll quickly run through. So for the Lots of Labels, I've used the second and third sizes, largest sizes, for the grey and the Smoky Slate and the Shimmery White. And I've used the same sizes today, but today we will be doing a Melon Mambo, Basic Black, and Smoky Slate. So we'll run you through that. I've got some more. I've got just a thin strip of the Irresistibly Floral Specialty Designer Series paper, and I'm going to colour that in, and I'm going to stamp the image and colour that in, and we'll go through it together. I'll show you how I do it. Just before we get started, so we're going to use this little kitten in the plant pot, and just peeking in to say hello. But I just wanted to quickly show you these Stampin' Up colour sets of the Designer Series paper stacks. Now normally the stacks are just 6 by 6. So this is actually 12 by 12. Don't let the stack name throw you off. Because I didn't order these for a while, thinking that they'd only be 6 by 6, and I thought that the price was a little bit expensive for a pack of 6 by 6. But I looked a little closely, a little more closely, and they're actually 12 by 12. So not only do you get in the Neutrals pack, you get all of the Basic Black, Basic Grey, Chocolate Chip, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Sahara Sand, Smoky Slate, and Soft Suede, but at the back you also get metallic gold and metallic silver. Put the light in a little more. I hope that's not too glary. I think that's a really good set of colours, because you get those metallic ones at the back as well. So that's a lot of fun playing with those. I just made some fairy cards with the metallics just recently. You can have a look at those on my blog. They turned out really well, I think. Alright, so let's get started with this pretty kitty card. Now first of all, I'm going to start with my Irresistibly Floral DSP. Alright, so I've already made up some ink here to watercolour with. Now you can either do this with the refills. So you just add a couple of drops of the refill and then a drop or two of water to get the consistency and the colour that you like. The more water that you add, the lighter the shade will be. So I've done this fairly dark. I've got 3 drops of the refill ink and 3 drops of water. But if you don't have the refill inks, I'll just show you a quick trick, and I'll use the Melanero, seeing as we're using that one today. And you just squeeze your ink pad. I've heard this called milking. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember who called it that. One of the US demos, I thought that was quite funny. So you just squeeze it gently and make sure that you're pressing the back and the front both together. And then that way when you open it up, you're going to have some ink on the inside. And then you can just add, I like adding water from my aqua painter because it's really easy to control how much. And so you just add a couple of drops and then you mix it in, and then you've got your mixture ready to go, right? And then just to clean your brush, you just, you probably can't see off on the side here, but I'm just wiping it to get it clean. And then you can either leave this to dry and the next time you use it, just add another drop of water to it. I usually clean it off because I'm just a little bit OCD like that. But we'll put this aside for now. And we'll use the smoky slate that I've got made up here. I'll just make sure I've got all the pink off my brush. Alright, so I'm just going to pick up a bit of the grey, and you can see now my brush tip is all full of colour there. And I'll just put that aside, move these out of the way. Don't want to get ink on anything. Alright. And then we literally just paint it all over the top, and you don't have to be neat. You can just splash it around. You can go as lightly or as darkly as you want. You can make it a bit more uneven if you like, or go over it a few times so that it's all the same. It's up to you. But I find that is a really quick and easy way to fill in the colour. Now I'm just going to give that a quick rub on the other side, and that just gets all of the ink off the heat embossed, or however they do it, the pattern, just so that the grey isn't on top of the white bits anymore. So that's all done now. Now, because I just did that quickly, it's not really too wet, so I can work with it straight away. If you don't have an aqua pen, you could also use the sponges or some daubers, and you just dip it on top of the ink and then spot it all over the top. And with the sponges as well, be careful how much you dip before you put it on your paper. You might want to do a little test first, because depending on how wet your ink pad is, the colour might come up really dark. So just do a little test area before you start doing it all over the top of your piece that you're going to use on your card. Alright, so we'll just pop that aside, and next I'm going to do my little image of my pussycat. I've got my archival black here. Now, it's really important to use archival black when you're painting over the top with watercolour, because this one won't run. So if you use Memento, that one will run. So when you go to blend the colours, the black will blend into it as well, whereas this one will stay put once you've let it dry. So archival black is really good for doing these little images and then going over the top. I'm just double checking to make sure that I've picked up ink on the whole of the image there, because the archival black are a linen pad rather than the sponge pad the normal colours are. So you need to press down a little bit harder on the archival black and the archival basic grey as well. So I'm just going to pop this image, and I know this is upside down for you guys, so bear with me. I'm just going to pop my little kitten down the bottom. And you know, if you clean your stamp straight away when you've used Archival Black, if you clean your stamp straight away, the Archival Black will come off. So I've got on the side of my desk, it's out of range of the camera, but I've got a stamping scrub, and it's just got a little bit of the stamping mist and some water. So it's really quick and easy. I'll just give it a little rub. And there you go. That's my stamp cleaned in a couple of seconds. So I highly recommend the stamping scrub if you don't have one and you stamp a lot. It's a really good investment because it means that you can change up your colours, keep using the same stamp, or even just clean them and put them away and they're done. You don't have them sitting out on your desk. And there we go, just peeking in to say hello. I smudged that one a little bit, but that's okay. It is handmade after all. So I'm just going to leave that to dry for a second. So what I might do in the meantime is I'll set up my card. Now I'm using a piece of the Melon Mambo cardstock. Now this is an A4 sheet which I've cut in half and then scored down the half line. So for those of you in Australia, the measurements for cutting an A4 piece of paper in half, I'll grab one here. What colour am I going to get? Some Wisteria Wonder. Alright, so this is the stamping trimmer, and this is also amazing because it's got the trimmer. I don't know if you guys can see that all there. It's got the trimmer and the score on the same run. So the lighter one is the score and the darker one is the trimmer. So when you're cutting your A4 in half, it's 14.9 centimeters, and then you flip it round and it's 10.5 centimeters. Be careful not to cut it, and you just score it a couple of times. Okay, and then I like to have the cut bit for these ones on that inside. Had to remember then for a minute. Because then the inside is nice and smooth and the little score line is hidden in the center. So if you're using a scoreboard, because the score is a lot bigger, I actually like to do it the other way around with the score line on the outside, because the scoreboard leaves a big lump along the underside of where you score. So I like to have that on the top, that on the inside, and the score line on the top, because then it looks nice and neat. But anyway, that's another lesson for another day. So what we're going to do here is, I've already cut and measured this. No, I cut and measured the other piece. So let's have a look here. I want this to be the right size for the card. I'm just going to use my thumbnail to make a little mark on the outside. So we'll just trim it just on the inside of that line. Okay. That's better. Alright, so we're just going to use a little bit of glue. So this is my snail adhesive. So I'm just going to do this one, must be brand new. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little bit there and a little bit there. And then a little bit in the middle. Alright, and if you go off to the side a little bit, it helps break the glue so that it's still at the top, and then when you start using it the next time, it'll be where you start. Rather than, you know, here where it's flicked off and there's been a piece of glue left behind. So that's a little bit messy, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's going on the back, right? So we'll just line that up. Now I'm just going to put that so that it's on the outside of my card. And I'll go with the spots. Oops. There we go. Don't need to use a lot of glue. Now I'm just going to try and line this up with the centre of the card. There we go. That looks about right. I don't like to use actual measurements. I think just doing it by eye is a lot better. I might just close these blinds. That light a little better. I hope it wasn't too glary for you guys before. Alright, so let's get back to painting. That's my black. I'm not going to paint with black. Pop that away. Now I'm just going to keep this really, really simple. And I'm going to use my blender pen. Just give my hand a rub in the Stampin' Scrub because I got some ink on the side. Alright, so both brush tips are the same, so it doesn't matter which end you use. I like to try and keep one end light colours and one end dark colours. But eventually they both kind of go a grey colour anyway, so that doesn't affect how it comes out though, as long as you give it a scribble off when you're done, and then you will find that the liquid runs clear. So we'll just pick up some grey, and I'm just going to use little brush strokes just to colour in the kitty. Now I'll do his little paws. Alrighty, so I'm going to go over the ears again, to make them a little darker, and the paws. Alright, so I might leave him like that. Actually, I quite like his little face like that. Just bring it in. There we go. That's cute. Okay, so now you can see I'm getting rid of the rest of the colour of the grey off my paint tip. And I'm just rolling it around in my hand at the same time and making sure that I do it on quite an angle. So I've got it all out of the brush tip and I've got it out of the actual nib as well. Alright, so now it's running clear. You can see I'm not leaving any grey behind anymore. So I'm going to pop that aside and I'm going to grab out this pink that I made up earlier. Okay, so this is the Melon Mambo. This matches the cardstock that I'm using. And I'm just going to colour in a few of the flowers and keep it pretty simple. Start with these little berries. But it's up to you. I just wanted to keep to the smoky slate, basic black and Melon Mambo theme. So, you know, I'm not going to deviate from those colours. But, I mean, this stamp set lends itself to all sorts of artistic uses. And, you know, you could really paint this up using a whole different bunch of colours and, you know, make it something really sweet and fun. I'm just going to do his nose pink. I think that's really cute. Oh, I love this stamp set. How gorgeous is it? When I first saw this stamp set in the brochure, and the Bella and Friends as well, and I thought, you know what? That stamp set's cute, but it's not for me. I don't think that I'd use it. And then I saw another of the US demos. I've just realised I've missed his tail. So I'm just going to use the other end of my pen so I don't have to clean off the pink, because I want to go back and do some more pink in a minute. But I saw one of the other US demos had used this stamp set for a class, and I thought, oh, her cards look amazing. So I just thought, I'm going to steal that idea. I'm going to case her card class idea. So I haven't cased her actual cards. I can't remember what cards she did for her class, but I thought the idea of using it was a really good one because the two stamp sets go together so well. Like, who doesn't love puppies and kittens? And I thought that it would be a really good way to show off a little bit of watercolouring that's really simple. You know, the images stamped in black are really simple and easy to colour in for someone that hasn't done it before. And you know, I haven't got a whole heap of experience myself, but doing watercolouring and stuff. But you know, you just have a go, and I've only been doing watercolouring for maybe 6 months, so I'm still learning, but it's pretty simple to pick up on, I think, and it's a lot of fun, and that's what it's really about, isn't it? What do you think, guys? Should I do those leaves green? They're yelling out at me for just a little bit of colour. You know, I think I'm just going to deviate a teensy-weensy bit. And I'm going to get out my mint macaron. And have I mentioned that mint macaron just happens to be my favourite colour? So I'm just going to add 1, drop of water to that. Because I don't want that to be too thinned out. I want the mint to show through. Alright, so I'll get rid of my pink. I'm finished with my pink now. Now pink is one of the harder colours to get rid of, and you'll find that it also stains all your photopolymer stamp sets, but that's alright. Just shows that they've been loved when they're a little bit stained. Loved and well used. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick up, can you guys see that there? I'm going to pick up some mint macaron. A piece of fluff. Alright. You could use any green for this. Any set of colours you like for the flowers and the kitten. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to do this pot plant. I know, how terrible am I? I said I wasn't going to deviate from the colours. And now look what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just do the rim. I think that looks quite cute. Alright, stop. And you know what, that's the fun part about doing these sorts of stamp sets, is just go with the flow, you know, have a little bit of fun, see what you come up with. I'm just going to get rid of the mint off my blender pen now. Okay, done. What do you guys think of my little kitten? Is he cute? Alright, so now I'm just going to pop some glue down on him. Alright, and we're going to line this up in the centre of the black bit. Okay, and I'm just going to rub him on like this because I don't want to mess up any of the painting that we just did. Ah, I think that is adorable. What do you guys think? I'm really happy with that card. I hope you guys like it as well. So that's my variation there on my little Bella and Friends card that I did recently. And a nice way to finish off this card, you could put a little piece of either white cardstock, Whisper white cardstock, or some, I know some people use just white printer paper. I prefer using cardstock because then you can stamp a nice image on the inside. It doesn't bleed. Sometimes with the printer paper the colour bleeds a little bit from the ink. So yeah, nice little square of Whisper white cardstock in there, and then you can maybe do a little kitten down on the bottom corner and a nice sentiment in the middle, and there's your card ready to go. So I hope that you've enjoyed those, and I'll be putting up some more tutorials for my classes as we go along. I'll also be putting up some more classes on my blog, so feel free to join in with us. You can either come to my home and do the class with me, or I can send you the kit in the mail, and that comes with a stamp set, and each new person to sign up gets a blender pen as a present from me. So, or something small to go along with those particular cards that we're making at that particular time. So it's lots of fun. I hope that you enjoy playing with these little stamp sets. They're really cute, and I'll show you some more cards with them shortly. Have a great day, guys, and visit my blog. It's mollypossum.blogspot.com.au. Bye!